I'm Dana Danhausen, and welcome to our annual Haunting Halloween episode of FYI. For many moons, I have teamed up with the psychic medium Brian Danhausen to lift the veil from this realm to the next. Brian uses his artistic abilities to envision the world from beyond. He communicates with spirit guides to create energy paintings. Recently, Brian sat down with my soulmate and co-worker, Rob Cross. Watch and see Brian's vision come to light and how it connects to reality.
My name is Brian Danhausen. I am a psychic medium. But when I do these paintings, I see colors, I see images, past loved ones might come through, past lives might come through. Sometimes it all mixes together. Sometimes something takes over the painting. I don't usually talk while I'm painting because I don't want any information from you. I don't want no background stuff. So once I'm done, I will explain to you everything that I can in the painting.
Oh, nice.
And I don't never claim to know everything that I'm painting because sometimes I paint things that I just paint. And not to kind of figure them out as we go along. But for the most part, I'll explain to you everything in the painting. At that point is where I call my safe point. If you want to open up, you'll get more out of the reading, because it's not like if we talk about it, I can go back and repaint.
Sure, right.
Already talked about it.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it.
It's exciting.
All right. I was actually already picking things up earlier. And things also come in as I'm painting. You'll see me stop towards the end, and I kind of just go through my brain to make sure everything is on the canvas that I need to put on the canvas.
Well, that's interesting. I think people would think that you'd be asking them a bunch of questions.
They said to me, purple is like a negative color.
I thought it was royalty.
See, that's what a lot of people would come up and tell me when I was starting this. Purple doesn't mean negative. I would say, yeah, to you, it doesn't mean negative. Whatever, that's fine.
Right.
But for me, that's how it represents to me. If I know someone's around a negative person or a negative energy, that they have like a purple kind of core in them. I tell people when I do these readings, if they want to come back, I tell them you have to wait 3 or 4 months before you come back and see me. They really need time to focus in on the painting and work on what their message tells them to. I like to just go through my head and make sure. So when I explain these, I'll kind of jump back and forth.
Okay.
So just bear with me, and then we'll get to the point where I ask you, do you have any questions, comments, concerns? And that's when, if you want to open up, you can open up. I start with the red in the back, which red for me is love and strength, which you're surrounded by. I also see it's kind of a darker painting, but that's for a couple different reasons. A lot of it has to do with her. Some of it has to do with like a protective barrier that's kind of going around the painting as well, which is something you may keep up around you to protect some inner stuff maybe you don't want out. It's kind of hard to see, but this represents you down here.
Oh, I'm the sneaky ones down
You're
there?
the little sneaky ones down here.
I thought I was the
No.
goddess.
What I see with the purple in here, what I see is almost a split of yourself. Like maybe being pulled in different directions, or maybe wanting to like do something, but something's kind of holding you back. And I think it's like yourself, or because here, these white spirals, there was a big one behind this lady here, but she kind of covered it up. But these represent new paths, new opportunities, and there's like a lot of them. And some of these will come naturally. Some of these you can make yourself. I see you kind of over here, because to me, yellow's peace.
Yellow.
Yellow's peace and serenity. some paths coming naturally, and then I see you kind of creating some paths of your own. Something is pulling you in different directions. Maybe something you think you can't do because you have to do this and that. You got to really sit down and kind of look at your opportunities or what you want to be, and like what you want coming up. It doesn't matter exact time frame, but say you give yourself 6 months. Okay, I'm on this path, I can bring this, this, and this with me and bring it on this path, but I don't need this and this. And that might help you release some of the stuff you're hanging on to that's holding you back, because you don't need it anymore. You're moving in to a new phase of who you're supposed to be. The phase you're in now is like your learning phase, where you kind of learn and grow, and whatever happens makes you and preps you for this next phase. I feel like a lot of this next phase is going to be you planning. There'll be opportunities that present themselves from your planning, but it's really you going in and saying, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to be doing, this is what I want to be doing it with, whatever it might be. Again, that will help you decide what's holding you back, because you'll be like, oh, I've been hanging on to this, I don't really need to do this anymore. So that's why the purple's kind of in the negative. It's not necessarily have to be negative, but it's showing me that it's just some stuff you have to let kind of die off. You don't need to be carrying around with you anymore. So this lady here comes with the darkness, and she is going to act as a guiding teacher if you want. I always say it's your choice, because she's not like a spirit guide or a past loved one that's kind of guiding you. This is the goddess Hecate. And she's trying to share, as you can see, like the main you is sharing these thoughts and gifts in this path with her. To me, the divine is the divine. Whether you say God, Goddess, Buddha, whatever, it's all the same being. It just uses different aspects of itself to connect with different people. It's using the aspect of Hecate to connect with you because it wants you to draw from the darkness, draw from the darker side of things. Some people are all like about love and light, which is fine, you have to have that balance. Some people are afraid to draw from their darker side because they don't understand it.
Right.
To me, working overnights, there's just a whole different energy on overnights. There's different people, there's different animals, there's different things going on that don't happen during the day.
Right.
Some of it is weirder, but it might be weirder because you're not used to it. But there's a whole life and stuff going on while we're asleep at night. There's a whole world going on. And so it's just not scary, it's just different. And sometimes what we don't know scares us. She's gonna help guide you. It's not like a worship thing, it's like a guide and a teacher thing. To help guide you on maybe choosing these paths and putting you on the right path. Helping you release some old stuff and then also teaching you how to draw from that darkness. When you talk to your guides and your past loved ones, they have to kind of give you like a puzzle piece. You ask them something, you have to trust what you ask them, and you have to trust what they show you, but you have to put it together like a puzzle. Being she's higher up, she will be more direct with you when showing you things. Let's say you ask her something, ask her something you know the answer to, so you see how she answers. It could be an image in your brain, it could be a memory, it could be a song lyric, you might hear her voice. She might give you a physical sign the next day, but you'll know that is her compared to other people. And the reason you want to establish that is because, let's say you ask her something, and she says shows you a picture. That's how she communicates with you. You want to take the image, but then you see like a word off to the side. That's when your other guide's kind of chiming in and saying, okay, I got some information on this too. It should be much more direct. You should really take a look at this. And the love and strength that surrounds you when you're choosing these paths, it's not an overnight thing. And then when I say 6 months before, I'm just saying that just gives you like a time frame. It can be sooner or later. But you also want to draw from the love and strength around you. And when you say, okay, loved one, I'm thinking about doing this. What are your thoughts on it? You might say, yeah, I'm taking this and this with me. And they might say, yeah, but did you think about how this would work in there? And then you could be like, well, no, I didn't, but can you explain to me how that might work in? So you just want to take your time, take other people's opinions. Ultimately, it's your choice. Whether you take her advice, your loved one's advice, if you take everything and put it together, it's still ultimately your choice on what you want to do with your life. It's your path. Do you have questions, comments?
No, I mean, I am a Gemini, so the two of them always make me think of that. No, the big thing looming is retirement for my
retirement.
career.
Okay.
So that's the big. big question.
Okay. There's a lot of choices. There's going to be a lot of changes in your life, and you might need that guidance and that support to move to your next phase. But I think there's some, maybe like I said, some self-doubt or something holding you back, or something like inner holding you back, because it's you splitting from you. But you got to plan it out. You don't want to like just jump into it. That's what I'm saying. It's not just like an overnight, oh, I'm just going to do this and that's that.
It's like Ash talking to himself in the mirror.
Something's pulling you apart. Something's splitting you. Is what as I said, there's like the part of you that's doubting stuff and whatever, and then there's the part of you that wants to move forward. You might have not necessarily negative thoughts, but just having these conflicting thoughts of
conflict and inner conflict.
And like inner conflict with yourself, which is splitting you into like these two halves. Maybe what her perspective is, and what your perspective is, and what you're thinking you want to do. And that's where you really, like I said, have to sit down and think about this path and be like, when does this happen? When do I want this to happen? How long do I got? What needs to happen for this to be done? And like you said, you got her and the kid. How's it going to affect them?
Right.
How can I get them to be okay while I move on to this other stage?
How do I get them on board?
Right, but you got to make sure like they're okay.
Yeah.
Do like a trial, maybe take a month off and do like a trial and say, I'm going to be all gone for a month. Let's see how this runs. You know what I'm saying? You might have to try different things until you get to that point. And again, these are just like, you don't have to do anything. It's just suggestions or whatever, ideals.
Just things to think about.
Right.
Interesting.
Brian has felt a connection to the spirit world as far back as he can remember. To enhance his otherworldly abilities, he began using tarot during his early days to find the connection to the spirit world. Although Brian doesn't read much tarot these days, we decided to have some fun, and Brian turned the table on me to do a reading on him. So this is it?
I would think that would be it.
Yeah. Okay. So we got the Page of Pentacles. So there's some creatures under your bed, and there's a woman in distress laying in the bed, which would then be Darlene, and the struggle she's going through with her father.
Okay.
And you are having to take more of the load because she is incapacitated in another way, in an emotional way. And you are now taking on more for her because you have to be there for her because you're her support system.
Okay. See, I would go with that reading over what this book says.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
to me, that's more personal.
Yeah.
Because this is going to tell you that Pentacles represents money.
Okay.
So this is going to be like
Yeah,
money
well,
issues.
and that's sort of where I was going, because you're taking more of the load financially because you have to take care of the store and your other
Right.
job and like the stuff that's going on.
But
And-
see, you didn't need the book to tell me.
no,
what
I didn't
what needed.
actually. I looked at the picture and I figured it out. Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
would say it's more.
Yeah, I liked, when I was doing it at home, I was like, I just need some, but you're right, if you
No.
look at the picture does give you
But
information.
the book will back you up.
Yeah.
I'll go back and reference the book
Mm-hmm.
just to see how my reading is.
Yeah.
And see if I'm close to what the card or how it compares to it. It doesn't have to be
Yeah, I'm
exact.
surprised that it was sort of right where I was going. I
Right.
mean, where I was feeling that financial strain with this, with her
Right.
not being able to be there as much for you and the store and stuff because
Right.
she has this ailing father situation.
See, not for me, reading for myself, if I was to draw this myself,
Yeah,
I would see me going through my work stuff right now.
yeah,
And things if I'm not watching my back, things are kind of creeping up on me.
mm-hmm,
And they're waiting for me to screw up.
mm-hmm.
It's cool how we both interpret the card differently.
And they both make sense.
And they both make
Yeah.
sense.
After I read Brian's card, we did a dual reading on me. See where the deck would take us.
So I'm gonna have you shuffle the deck, and then just put maybe whatever question you might have. Think about it while you're shuffling. So we'll do the 4-card draw.
Okay.
Then we'll say which deck you want to go with. This one. So 1 is going to represent the fear that needs to be revealed. I see you being kind of trapped by something. The fear that something's coming up and it's going to have a grip on you. And to me, it's like you're going to have to face this thing. It almost looks like to me that she is not scared of it, but it's something that's like on her that she doesn't want on her.
A little stress.
Like the stress or something. So I think that's like the fear of, is this going to be too stressful? Is this going to be too much? Number 2 is what is concealing the fear. You're trying to maybe put this together. It might feel like you're getting stabbed in the back. Not intentionally, but you're trying to piece this stuff together. You're trying to collect to get all the information, but as you're doing this, just maybe the pain of it or whatever is just kind of get you.
It does make me emotional. Yeah.
Right, like I said, not someone's like, oh, I'm intentionally going to stab you in the back. It's like a betrayal or something.
Yeah.
But
like
these worries and the change and the worries of it feels like, oh, this
heavy.
Is heavy. Yeah. It's almost like it's coming up and it's wrapping you, and it's also doing this to you at the same time.
Yeah. It's like this is the beginning stress and worry of it, and then this is where it's actually going to happen.
And so the third reveal is what you need to do to move past your fear. Cups is love. And I know Cups is love, and to me, it seems like she's partaking in the love. I think you just got to put that and share that love and those feelings, and don't hold back with each other, because the love would be strong enough to take maybe your opinions and his opinions together. That's
interesting too, because this is almost like it's playing out the way it's played out. I've told him how it makes me feel.
Right.
And it's sad. It's sad for me. Because we've worked together the entire time I've worked there. And we weren't always in a relationship, but for the most of the time we were, you know. So you have this bigger support system at your job than you would normally have, right?
Yeah.
So then my thought process here is I'm like, yes, it's going to happen. I am not going to hold someone back from their destiny and what they want in life. So it will happen, right? But this is where this comes into play, because I say I won't hold you back because I love you and I want the things that you want in life, because I love you so much that I don't want you to feel that way.
And then the final card, how you can use what you've learned. 3 of Swords. It looks like it's stabbed in the heart. It almost means like you're going to go through this pain and maybe have this sorrow and this pain, but this is what you're going to grow from and learn from. It's going to be like a stab to the heart, or like emotionally and like that, but that's what's going to grow you and help you move on. It's going to give you that strength, and you'll know how to handle it. Maybe like handle it the next time.
No, like almost like after he does this thing, right? That I will then be able to prevail at work, and it won't be. My mind is like taking it to this negative place, where it will be for a period of time. That's what I think will happen. It will be for a period of time, and it'll be a hard adjustment. But then after that period of time has come and gone, I'll be better for it.
You have grown and you've been strong. See?
Yeah.
You didn't need me.
And honestly, I will tell you, when I was shuffling this deck, I was not thinking about that situation, like, oh, what the uncertainty of him leaving. I was thinking more for myself, the ability to have growth at work. And make more money potentially because of like the way the economy is and stuff now. That sometimes they think that like, oh, maybe she's not as good because he's helping her do certain things.
And give you that other...
And they don't always see that. Sometimes it's just me doing the stuff.
And except they don't see that. Maybe that will separate you in your career-wise.
I've had 2 jobs in my life where I had a significant other that worked with me, right? And I do think that sometimes when you're a woman and there's a man by your side at a job, that they do think that they'll step up to the plate and do things for you that you might not be capable of doing. And I am a very capable person. and Rob can attest to that, that I'm very independent. So I may ask him for help, but like anyone else would ask for help at work for something. I definitely don't rely on him for it, but I think that there's this misconception that can happen that you are relying on that significant other for things.
Oh, I believe, definitely.
Yeah.
You should give readings. Have a third job.
After Brian amazed us with his ability to see into the future, we sat down and talked about life, learning, fatherhood, and his newer role as shopkeeper. We're here at the Witch's Brew in Roseville on Gratiot Avenue, and we're here with our favorite psychic medium, Brian Danhausen.
Hello.
Back again for another Halloween spooktacular. Brian, you know, I like to always learn a little bit about you when we start. Tell us about yourself and how you sort of got started as a psychic medium. What were those initial signs that you felt like there was something more?
Well, growing up, I would hear things in the hallway. I would see things floating up and down, things like lights and stuff like that. Never really knew what to do with it. I'm talking like, 7, 8 years old. Not really telling anybody, just witnessing these things. So it actually started with the paranormal investigating. And then as I was doing investigating, I was seeing things again and feeling things. It turns out I consider myself an empathic medium. So I can feel things from the other side, I can feel energy from people. Well, I started doing with tarot cards, oracle cards, and being an artist, I was thinking, how can I transfer what I'm seeing? Because I'm seeing these things, these images in these cards. And so I started doing the paintings. First time I did them in public, I was doing a show up in Sault Ste. Marie. It was like the second day, and I asked my neighbor, I said, hey, if I give you a free reading, would you let me hold it up my booth and use it as an example?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. I did the reading, it was on. I think I did about 10 readings that day. That was the beginning of it, and I haven't stopped since.
It's got to be hard, right?
Right.
To say, I'm a psychic medium. Because then people are like, yeah, right.
Right.
So like you do have to sort of build up to get to that point where you feel confident saying it out loud. Well, and it's also this idea that you have to really be opening yourself up to the other worlds out there, right? So it is a really interesting sort of path to take because there is a lot of self-doubt in it because you can't see it. It's not a physical thing.
And that's why when we were doing Rob's painting, and I explained to him that I don't talk while I'm painting because I want it to be genuine, not just for them, but I don't want to be influenced by anything that they say. But I don't want him telling me, this and that, or my work's doing this, or my life is doing
because
that.
You want to see if you're right. Because if you are feeling that the same things that he then reiterates, then you're on the right track, the right path.
And it might not have been what he was expecting today, but it was the message that he needed today to move through his next phase.
Yeah, totally.
When you guys came in, stuff was popping then.
Yeah.
So I knew what the basis of the painting was going to be before we sat down. But then as I'm painting, more things come in. Sometimes when we're talking afterwards, things start to make more sense to me.
There's a big spiritual growth after having children.
Yes.
And so that you could be more connected to those things inside of you, that medium psychic ability, because you're more connected with the earth, you love your surroundings, you notice more, you feel more after you have children.
I will definitely say after my son was born, and he was born, I was fairly young, but so there was definitely a change. I know what you're talking about. Opening up almost more emotional and more to things instead of being so closed off.
Yeah, which I think for a job like what you're doing, you have to be open to all emotions.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of readings. Several times I would start tearing up as well.
Yeah.
Because I can just feel the anguish or the sorrow or like the loss from these people.
Yeah. And that's also another hard part about it because you are, I know me personally, I'm very empathetic towards people. And if someone is feeling anything, I can feel it right along with them. And so if you're doing these readings and you're at an event or even at the store where people can come and get these readings, and it's something that's really emotional, like the loss of someone very special, would imagine that would take a lot out of you.
Right. I had 2 back-to-back readings where both the people had lost their children. And one was at, like 13 years old. So I had to, while keeping my emotions in check, because it was, like I said, it was first the young man and then the young woman who died in a car accident. And still trying to provide them the reading and give them the message, but just still tearing up because I'm trying to hold back because I can feel that loss. And it takes a lot out of you doing readings. I was told once it's almost like you're giving a part of yourself to this person.
Tell us a little bit about the store, how the store came about, and how long you've been here and why this was a dream.
Me and my wife Darlene own it. It's something we've talked about for years and years. The witchcraft, pagan path kind of just made sense to me. So we've been doing this for a long time. It's that spirituality. The timing just happened to be right. We found the spot. The money was right. Everything just kind of fell into place. The next thing you know, we were filling the store with merchandise.
Tell us about the store, what's in it, and why people, maybe even all the way from Ann Arbor, should come down here to Gratiot and check out this store.
We do the readings down here. We also have a psychic reader that comes in on Thursdays. We have tarot readers on the weekends. We sell herbs, we sell books, tarot cards, gems, wands, athames. We sell like little gifts like the little voodoo doll, keychains and stuff like that. We got apparel like witch hats. Just everything you need, like I said, candles, incense. A lot of people come in and they're kind of curious. And they say, oh yeah, I dabble in this a little bit, but I don't know where to take it from there. And then they end up sitting down on like this couch and we'll sit here and talk for like a half an hour and we kind of give them guidance.
Thanks for joining us on this spellbinding edition of FYI. Happy haunting!
Let's put a smile on that face of yours. Smiles or screams. Either way works for me.